why it is, how it do what it does. We are not sure if this mic's going to be worth a damn at all, but we're giving it a shot. Damn Cam here with DaamnTalk. We realize that we're not all together with it when it comes to the quality content that we want to bring. We also realize that we probably sound duller than a $2 bill through the 5-cycle wash. Our brother passed away recently, and he is now rejoined the big secret that we all will one day. Whatever your faith, belief, religion, or lack thereof, we will all be behind him, and we know our boy Thunder is not gone. We actually only want to talk about one thing right now, and that is Thunder. However, we're doing that on locals. If you didn't get to know Thunder Woodworth for his acting or his comedianship or the insanely outrageous things he did on Facebook Live, or the Thunderdome podcast where he had over 3 seasons of quality interviews with people all over the United States, or his days as Average Thunder Woodworth. But that's all going on at locals.com already. We are actually here to talk about the Fediverse. What is the Fediverse? Not to be confused with the metaverse. The Fediverse is actually something we found about within the terms and agreements, terms and conditions, nullified agreements that were laid out before us when we joined Threads. We actually have copies of what we perceive to be the relevant information. We will include that either at the end of this video or within the video details wherever you're watching this, hopefully on Rumble. If you don't know what Rumble is yet, well, you better get ready to rumble. Yeah, no, we're not talking about that Rumble. We're talking about YouTube without censorship. That's right. We're talking about the tube of you without the banning of the shadows. You can join Rumble the same way as you could other main vein media video platforms. However, they're directly linked with locals.com. Created by Dave Rubin, locals.com is like Zuckerberg's metaverse, only we like to call it the cybersphere, a little part of X's brand. What is X? Well, you might be familiar with Twitter. Twitter has now ditched the bird in favor of X. In other words, they've X'd the bird while giving it to Mr. Zuckerberg. Why is that? Well, if you haven't heard about their big brawl, you can catch up on that here, there, wherever it'll be. There's a link. Check that one out. They did agree to a cage match, UFC style, and UFC President Dana White even released statements confirming that this was to happen. We don't know when. We imagine it's either still in the works or they're going to fight it out in court like a couple of sophisticated big boys. We are not sure. We do know that we give a damn, and you can find that on Locals as it becomes available. Back to the Fediverse. Within those threads, terms, and agreements. Well, the Fediverse is Mark Zuckerberg's plan for creating a hub for hubs. In essence, it is a company that lists all the other social media companies and allows you to link them in one seamless, that's right, pointless. No, in one seamless way, without seams, right? No thread. Because once you upload your profile, say Instagram, Facebook, Threads, even your X account, that's your Twitter account. If you haven't been listening, Twitter's gone, people. Come on, get with it. All right, so yeah, it's nuts. Okay, what he wants to do is create a Facebook for Facebooks, so that what are you going to do if you can't create the one media site to rule them all? Well, you'll create one ring to put all the other rings on, right? Like a keychain, if you will. And Zuckerberg's keychain will have all of us dangling in dangerous, dire dialectical straits, or lack thereof, because any dialectic is narrower than the channels available on YouTube. What do we mean? Well, why do you stream? Because a stream is an information river, okay? We stream the river, something like a current. And I believe there's another river that's channeling all of this right now. And I think that Elon Musk, with his $44 billion, would agree that the current sea is a big deal. That's right. What do we mean? Check out Damwich. What is Damwich? Not to be confused with make me a damn sandwich. Damwich, or Dangwich, is about language. The evolution of and the codes and keys our predecessors hid within the very words we speak today in order to wake people up to this absolutely unbelievable true narrative that is spiritual life as we know it. There is a larger puzzle going on. We're all pieces of this thing, and we can choose to break away and actually make some sense by stepping back and gaining perspective together and apart for the trade of a residential painter's a lonely one. What we mean is we have all the time in the world to critically think, and critically think we do about all sorts of damn. That has led us to have our own opinions now and again, which by all intents and purposes today is enough to consider one a philosopher. It's a sad state of affairs. We don't deny that it's true, but we want to build a dam. What do we mean? We want to build a dam because we give a damn. A dam is a structure or a mutually constructed tool that is used to restrict the overflow of the current. Now, we're not talking about a literal dam in the river. We are talking about building a dam against that ever constant barraging stream of information through these super highways. We are getting all sorts of second, third hand misinformation, and it seems people are hungry for something different. They are thirsty, if you will, for truth. And truth is all too hard to find, even when we boil it from these main vein taps, okay? We like to fill our bucket with multiple taps. We always have, whether in the meetings of any sort of recovery or self-help or God help program, church included. We are not a religious person. We believe that religion is for those who are scared of going to hell. We are spiritual. As with many spiritual people, we've already been to hell, and we do not wish to return. We are aware of the fact that we can have our heaven or our hell right now, while on earth. And our predecessors, rulers, practiced deceiving them, building roads of gold that were depicted in the ancient texts. And why is it that any depiction of heaven is consisted of material, manly things, roads of gold, and our fondest emotional attachments? You see, it's because they knew. What they knew exactly is up to them and the 12 other royal bloodlines existing on Earth right now. Used to be 13, that's true. There also used to be 12 zodiacs, but anybody in the inner circle now will tell you that there are 13. Why is that? Well, 13 is consistent in Masonic beliefs. It represents the end of a cycle, or the transition, the conclusion of one set and on to the next. As so it is, has it been, since we initially banged out of the spiral all that time ago. And everything since that Big Bang is essentially an echo of itself. Have you noticed time speeding up? Well, there's multiple reasons for that, and as one who's already divulged that they're a self-proclaimed truth seeker, we are also a ledge walker. We have toyed with the brink of insanity by subjecting ourselves to objectivism. What we mean is removing damn cam so that nearly all that's left is that rumble strip. That's right, the dam. We like to sit in that dam for a minute and sort of bath and bathe and bask in the knowledge accrued. You see, we build a dam after talking so that that information can be stored and tapped into at a later date. If you've yet to prescribe what the damn doctor is ordering, we don't blame you. We were diagnosed schizophrenic back in 2001 with no lack of help from our son's mother. We have one son. He will be 3 years old. That's right, the birth of music will have been 3 years in the past on August 31st. Last year we did something pretty special for our boy from afar because we have no contact with him. That is why we have also built a dam in the current of men's rights. Current affairs, that is, because men's rights simply means father's rights in modern court speak. We have found that out as we have now had multiple rulings against us based on testimony that was given without our presence and thereby lack of any defense or alternate narrative and lack of any exhibit. That's right, not a single piece of evidence was submitted in, we quote, Mandy Beth Sterritt's foot, end quote, case against us. So we built a dam, and DaamnTalk is also about father's rights, narcissism, narcissistic personality disorder versus simply having narcissistic-like traits, and surviving, that's right. It's like starving and surviving. We were surviving narcissistic abuse. And the thing about narcissistic abuse is one doesn't necessarily even realize it's abuse until later, when they've had sufficient time to wake up, if you will. Which is what we, by our gracious God, underwent when we had a, quote, stress-induced break from reality, initially ruled as schizophrenia. We were prescribed antipsychotics, came back to this plane, if you will, and we've been here ever since. Now, that's not to say we didn't bring a little bit back with us. We believe that we were somewhere else, whether that was still in this earthly plane. Who's to say? Our spirit, our consciousness was definitely somewhere else. And there's more on that also on our locals community, where we talk about recovery from drug addiction, 18-year battle that is going over 3 years consecutive, winning day by day, one at a time. We are also building a dam of recovery, a dam for recovery, because we give a damn for our recovery today, and part of our program is honoring that. We mentioned Thunder Woodworth off the top of this piece, and we will say that Thunder too was true to that recovery program. He believed in doing the do. He also believed in walking the walk as well as talking the talk. Once again, check out Thunderdome over on Spotify or wherever you find your playlists. There will be a link to that in the description of this video somewhere as well. We want to wrap this up by releasing a little bit more of the pent-up waters that consist of this ongoing humanistic battery that is charging its way through life, energized, propelled, and ready to rumble. That's rumble.com. Find DaamnTalk on locals.com. That is THATDAAMNTALK.LOCALS.com. That damn talk spot. We messed that damn thing up. THATDAAMNTALKSPOT. There is a spot in the link. That damn talkspot.locals.com. Damn Cam signing off by saying, join us in the current cultural affairs, current political ongoings, currency in the cybersphere, and the current state of the metaverse, with Zuckerberg's plan to create the Fediverse, whatever he rebrands that as. He's essentially laid his cards out for all of us to see. He spread the book of faces all over the damn table. Albeit for him to not clean up his faces, right? I mean, his faces are everywhere. Just everywhere. Get a doggy bag or something. But essentially, his faces consists of us. Digitalized profiles, pixelated but trapped in diary version within this online repertoire that Zuckerberg himself essentially claims to not only regulate, but also own. The Fediverse will be the end all. There is a battle happening between Elon Musk, whatever you believe of that man, whether your experience with him is no further than the Tesla wall installed in your double wall front entryway or double wall cellar safe room, or maybe you drive around one of them Teslas. You see, there's even a coil within the vape of every man and woman, whatever man and woman is. I mean, we're no biologists, right? You don't have to be a biologist to be a Supreme Court justice, apparently. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh. Yeah, well, we realize we are now failing to maintain the current of the currency that is overflowing your eardrums via your speakers or headphones through the DaamnTalk channel. You can find DaamnTalk as the Daily Damn. If you wonder what DaamnTalk talks about, you can see all sorts of damn-worthy content, blips from all sorts of sources not owned, simply regulated, and only regulated by being presented, allowing everyone else to be able to turn on that tap by pressing play and tapping into an alternate narrative. Whether it's a true one or not is up to us. We engage in that damn discourse to define what hate speech is, what needs to be, quote unquote, discussed of censorship. Because right now, there are people who believe that speech without facts is not free speech. And as much as we believe that without facts is death, albeit spiritually, it is our fundamental right to fucking lie. And we will defend that right on Rumble. Cue Rumble strip there. On Rumble, yes, on YouTube as long as they'll have us, but mainly on locals.com. Locals.com is where we want to hear from you. We want to actually speak with you, because that is how we will create the truth of which we speak and of which we hopefully mutually seek during this insane time to be alive. We know our brother Thunder was nowhere near average, and average Thunder is nowhere near gone. He may be in astral form now, or whatever you believe. He may be in heaven, though we beg to differ. He's not in hell either. It sounds like our boy was actually in hell for quite a bit of his life. We know he was, and it seems like he may have also been in that last time of his life as well. I mean, anybody who overdoses is essentially probably a deep person, a deep thinker, probably struggled with their use of that substance, and if they were like our brother Thunder or us, they fought hard for a life. Whether that life was a recovery or not, we always discover as long as we're alive. Right now, you can discover Thunder. We have clips coming on the Locals channel, but there is nothing quite as thunderful as the man himself over on Spotify, YouTube, a couple other podcast websites we cannot recall off the top of our head. But whether in recovery or not, you can practice the discovery of something absolutely thunderful, and that is Thunder. Check it out. DaamnTalk, DaamnTalk. Damn Cam saying we will not take that blue pill. We don't remember taking a red pill, but by God, it does seem things are a little more painted red than ever before. And we want to scrape that paint off and see what's underneath. Is it really red? Well, we're beginning to hope so. And what do we mean by that? Well, blood in the body is blue, but blood bled is red. Damn Cam signing off. DAAMNTALK, where people proceed information. Part of the upcoming DTdjø podcast. Only for members in that DaamnTalkspot.locals.com community. Don't just obey. Session out.